everybody, it's Calvin Nation here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, especially for my last two videos. I haven't done a serious video that actually relates to my channel in probably like a month, so I thought I'd actually put one out that actually relates to my channel. So basically, the reason why I haven't got some videos out lately, I don't know, I've just wanted to kind of take a break from it for a while. I don't know why, I just didn't feel like making videos. Then I went out for a ski trip for a week, so that's kind of the reason why you didn't see any videos. But I thought, since I just got home last night, I thought I'd make a quick video doing a bit of updating and stuff like that, and just get back on track with my channel here. I'm also going to be answering some questions that I've got over the last like 2 months through you guys' PMs. I think I'm going to make this a new kind of series where every month, at the end of the month, after I've read some of your PMs, I'm going to copy some of the ones that I get asked a lot, and the ones that can probably relate to a bigger audience instead of just a person asking it, because a lot of these questions here I get asked quite frequently. So, you know, if I answer it in a video, probably a lot more people are going to get their questions answered like this. So every month I'll just print out the ones that I think are the best to answer to a wider audience, and then I'll answer them out on a video format. So I think what I'll do is in the description bar or whatever, I'll just write the time in which I answer each question. So the first one's video quality. Once I start answering that one, I'll just write video quality number 145, and then you just click it, and then you're at each question. So you don't have to watch the whole video to see one question you want answered. So definitely check the description each time when I do this video or any video. I always suggest to check out the description. Yeah, I just went on a ski trip. Some of you guys probably know that I do that every year. Go to Vermont, a ski hill called Okemo. It's a really sweet place. This is my board. Sweet looking board. I'll just give you a quick look at that. I actually got this last year there. I've always had the shittiest little boards over the last couple years. This one's a Skate Banana, sorry. It's a really cool board. Got Burton bindings. I think it looks absolutely sick. On the back it says Skate Banana. Obviously I'm in a really small area, can't show you too much, but yeah, love that board, love snowboarding, and that's where I was last week. Also, if you check here, I got some gold pans. Yeah, I love gold painting. That's another thing. Too bad I don't have any areas around here where I can do it. Again, I'm in Ontario, Canada, so unfortunately I can't do it here, but in Vermont there is a few good places. So me and my buddy who went there, and my dad actually, we went gold painting a few times. I got 3 flakes, so maybe I'll show you those. Maybe I'll edit them in, but I could only ever go for like 2 hours each time, or even less, so I didn't get much time in there. But next time, if you know anything about gold painting, I'll probably get a prospector's license so I can sluice and pan. So next time I'm just going to go for maybe a whole day when I'm there and see what I get. So let's get started with these questions. So the first one's going to be entitled video quality, and again, if you check out the description, it'll say, let's see, 346. I'll just put that right in there. Video quality, click that and you'll be right onto the question and the answer here. So, video quality. Hey Calvin, quick question. What camera do you use for your slow-mo parts of your Bali vids? Also, how much FPS are they recorded at? Thanks. Alright, so the camera I use for every single thing, even my still shots, is this one right here. This is the Sanyo VPC FH1A. A buddy of mine here on YouTube actually helped me out and get this, because in Canada it was another one of those stupid things where I just couldn't get it for the same price. It ended up to be like $200 more expensive here than in the US, so I got a friend to ship it over, which was super kind of him. And it's an absolutely amazing camera. I got it for $275. Probably the best camera I've ever used for the price. I think, unfortunately, the price did jump quite a bit, because I think it was kind of a deal for the time. But yeah, $270. It records at 1080p at 60 FPS, 720p at 30 FPS, which I'm using now. My computer can't handle 1080p that well. But the slow-mo parts are also used with this camera. I use 240 FPS at like 400 by 300 resolution, which isn't bad. I guess it's kind of SD quality. It can also go all the way up to 600 FPS, but I never use that. You've never seen it on my videos just because the quality is so shitty. It's like 100 by 200 pixels or something. But yeah, that's the camera, Sanyo VPC FH1A. Check it out. Next question, durability of the Bradley Kimura 5. Actually, might as well just get that out. Another reason why I'm sitting by this box here. So here's the Kimura 5. Sweet knife. It's a little tight. Almost cut myself there. This is the one I actually cut myself hardcore with about a year and a half ago. He says, I recently bought a Bradley Kimura 5 and I'm doing tricks with to the intermediate to advanced level. In order to prevent the damaging of my furniture and my knife, I placed a bunch of mats on the floor. I consistently drop the knife on the mats. Will this at some point damage the knife? Will it ever cause it to break? It is in perfect condition right now. I just wanted to make sure I'm not damaging the knife. So that's a good question. When I first got my 42, my first Balisong, I was dropping it like literally every couple seconds when I was playing with it. And that was on, I guess, carpet with wood underneath, which isn't the best place to drop it. But since you're dropping it on mats, it's really not going to do much to it at all. The Kimuras are very sturdily built. They're amazing knives for the price, and if you keep good care of it, Loctite it, and you know, take good care of it, it'll last you a lifetime, I'm sure. So if you're dropping it on mats, I don't think you're gonna have a single problem. If you did not Loctite it, even dropping it on mats, I'm guessing the screws will come out. So just make sure you Loctite it. Either way, dropping it on mats, carpets, my guess is, if you're absolutely not just whipping it around, it's going to last you a lifetime either way. It's just things like the blade, the bottoms of the handles, the sides of the handles will wear if you're dropping it in on harder surfaces. Even the edge and the tip will probably wear after time, even dropping it on mats. So yeah, just make sure you don't try to catch it after doing a move you just screwed up, like behind the 8-ball, where I cut myself. Got 7 stitches, so don't catch it, just let it fall and you'll be good. It'll last a long time. So okay, next question. Butterfly knife help. Hello, I am new to butterfly knives and was wondering if assistedknives.com is a trusted site, and how well would the Kimura Balisong work if I were to put it together. He also goes on to say this site ships in 2 parts, the handles, the pins, and the blade. So I would need to put it together, and as I said, I am pretty new. What would be the easiest way to dull the blade without scratching or de-shaping it? Okay, so first question he asks is assistedknives.com good or a trusted site? I think overall it's more trusted than not, but I have never done business with them, but I've heard a few things about the owner being kind of a dick. But you can't quote me on that because I'm not totally sure. But I do a little bit more research yourself since I don't know too much about it. But if any of you guys who have used them in the past, post a comment below to help this guy out if he watches this video, or for anyone who wants to know about assisted knives. This was a question I actually got. It was weird, like 4 of the same questions in a row, so definitely a good one to answer. Yeah, just do a bit more research. But if you're in an area where Balisongs are legal, don't use them. I'm guessing, and I don't know if I should be saying this, you're in an illegal area. That's probably the only reason why you'd order from assistedknives.com, but there are other sites. As far as I know, any site that ships Balisongs to a illegal area are not the most trusted sites, which kind of sucks, but you're kind of just taking a chance if you're ordering it to an illegal area. But next question is, this site shipped in 2 parts, the handles and pins and the blade, so I would need to put it together. It'll be easy to put together. A Kimura, my guess is not too hard, so that's not a problem. Just make sure you have a torque set and you're fine. I think it goes all the way down to T7. Just make sure you got a T7 or T6 and up, and you're good. Make sure you Loctite it, like I said above. And as I said, I'm pretty new. What would be the easiest way to dull the blade without scratching or deshaping it? I don't know exactly the best way. I did watch when I first got this, a whole DVD, the Michael Janich Balisong tutorial thing. And he mentioned just stick it in a vise, which is the best way to do it. Stick it in a vise and just take any abrasive really and just slowly go up towards the tip. Don't go back and forth, just start from the back of the edge or the bottom of the edge, go to the tip, and just dull it to a point where, you know, it won't cut you. You should be able to dull it where it looks like it still has a really nice sharp edge, but it just won't cut you. I do recommend not dulling it, just because if you dull it, you'll start getting a bit sloppy. Your form won't be as good because, you know, it won't be cutting you. I suggest if you're new to Balisongs, start with it sharp, and you'll never look back. You'll never be scared of the knife, and it'll be better in the long run. But if you do want to dull it, again, just stick it in a vise, take an abrasive. I actually suggest a really mild abrasive, like a high grit sandpaper, and just rub it over to the point where, you know, just take a paper, and if it doesn't cut, which this one probably still does. No, not really. That's still alright. But this one was the one that cut me. I haven't sharpened it in a while, but if it doesn't cut paper smoothly, it's really not going to do too much damage to your hand. A lot of people say a sharper knife is a safer knife. With Balisongs, I'm not so sure if I agree with that, because sure, it'll be a rougher cut, and I guess it's to an extent. If you still have a sharp knife that's toothy and not as sharp as it should be, it will be a worse cut. But if you have a really dull knife, it's just not going to cut you into a point where you need stitches. So yeah, just dull it to the point where, you know, it's not going to do any real serious damage to your hand. Again, though, suggest just don't dull it at all. Next question, big question is the title. Hey man, I love your videos and your knives, and I was really hoping you could help me out with finding a website or something where I could buy a Benchmade Model 42 like yours. I would really appreciate it. I've been looking for almost a month and have had no luck. So any commercial site that sells knives or Balisongs will not have it. Benchmade, well actually they might eventually, but it'll be hard to track down. Benchmade will do runs of the 42 every once in a while. I think I heard that they were actually making one in January, but I didn't know if that ever went through or not. But they have made in the last 2 years a few runs of the 42s with leftover parts, I guess. But I don't know if they're doing that at all anymore. Best way to do it is to go to a forum, knife forums, blade forums, Jersey Devil particularly. They all have a for sale section. Just wander around there, see if anyone has a 42 for sale. I know back a while ago I had the Jersey Devil for sale section bookmarked, and I just hit it up every time I went on my computer just to check what they had. I was always looking for other 4X knives like the 47, the 43, the 41, but I probably see at least 1 or 2 42s up for sale at Jersey Devil a week. So I say go to Jersey Devil, just keep it favorited or whatever, and just check it out every time you're there. See if they have a 42 for sale. They'll usually go between $300 and $400. It's a lot of money to pay, but check those out. Every once in a while, Blade HQ I think will come out with a 42, but those are always really expensive because those aren't actually straight from Benchmade. They're from just some guy who I guess gave it to Blade HQ to sell it off for them. And I guess Blade HQ has to make some kind of profit, so they mark it up even more. So just check some forums for sale sections, and I'm sure you'll find one. Next question is, hey, that's the title. It says, I found a new knife company, and apparently it has been out for a month. And again, these were all printed off like a month ago already. So these are already pretty old. It's called Exiled Cutlery. The Balisong is called the FU42. We all know what that means, I'm sure. Search it up on Google and tell me if I should buy this one, because people say that it isn't good and it is a Chinese knockoff. If you could help me by researching it and tell me if I should buy this one myself, this or the Kimuras, because they're the same price. Well, I got my 42 here. Yep, there it is. And I got my Kimura. Basically, those FU42s do look pretty much identical to this. I don't know if they're channel construction, but they're basically a knockoff of the Benchmade 42. Instead of the 42, they say FU 42. Again, we all know what that means. For one reason only, you should not buy this, and that reason is it's a slap in the face to Benchmade. It's a direct copy of Benchmade, and the guy's just a dick who sells them. It's a terrible company. They say their stuff is all built in US. It could be true, but my guess is that all the parts are from China, and they're just put together in the US so they can say, you know, they're built in the US. They don't have the same material as a 42, not the same blade steel. I think it's 440. It could be 440C, but it could be even a cheaper, shittier version of it. It's not going to be anything like a 42. So if you're getting it because you'll think it'll compare to the 42, you're completely wrong. But again, don't get it just because the whole company is just a sham. They're just taking Benchmade's design, which they say is shit, and then trying to make it better. They say it's a better knife, which is complete bullcrap. So don't get it for that reason. But another huge reason, again, like I said, is it won't flip anywhere like a 42. 42 will flip nicer. They say theirs will. It won't. It's also a lot heavier than the knockoff ones in the 42. I think they're upwards to 6 ounces. So it will not flip anything like a 42. So I think that's all I need to say. Don't get one. Just get a Kimura. They're way better priced for the quality. I don't even know if those Exiled cutleries will last your lifetime. This will. Sorry for that, I just got interrupted just for a second there. So I just had to shut off my camera, restart, and start off where we left. I think we were on Balisong bottle opener, this last question here. He goes on to say, "Hello, I'm one of those people who has been interested in Balisongs from Team Fortress 2. Yes, I've been playing this by for 3 years, that's the class who has the Balisong, obviously, and I found your tutorials. I'm from Russia," and then he says in brackets, "I hope you're not one of those morons who think we're all barbarians drinking loud, singing, and embracing with," and then he says, "bears." I think he meant to say beers, but it's hilarious if he meant bears. By the way, I do think all Russians are loud and embrace with bears. No, but I'm kidding. He goes on to say, "So in my country, knives with blade length more than 3.5 inches is illegal. My guess is that Balisongs are also illegal there. I guess that's why he's looking for a Balisong bottle opener. If not, I suppose if it's under 3.5 inches, you could get a Bali. If you're from Russia, let me know. You could get a 32 or a small fly if Balisongs are legal there. But I'm guessing by the way he says or states the question that all Balisongs are illegal no matter how long the blade length. But he goes on to say, that means that that I can't get most trainers because of a large percentage of delay sending to my country. I found a few, in fact, that's not knives. I'm not totally sure what he means there. Will be overcome the problem. What can you say about flipping with this?" Then he posted 3 links to Blade HQ's bottle fly openers, the bartenders. I think I've seen those before, and I don't think they're all that great. If you are looking for a Balisong bottle opener, I definitely suggest to check out BB Barfly. He's in Canada, which is sweet because they're also illegal here. So he's given a lot of bottle openers to people who can't flip a traditional knife here, like the 42. And they flip quite similar to a 42 or a Balisong, because it is a Balisong, just a bottle opener. So I definitely suggest for anyone in a Bali illegal area to check out BB Barfly, because it's a good trainer either way. It's also some practical uses. Obviously you can open bottles with it, and it's just a unique item. Also, my guess is that they're pretty much the highest quality bottle openers around. They look like the nicest in my opinion. If you want to see some flipping footage of them, check out Slash and Cut's channel, which on here I believe is Judge Mo Dollar, so just like how I said, Judge M-O and then Dollar. Also check out Nardath, he has some flipping of it. Both amazing flippers. They're probably my 2 favorite flippers actually, and they have some amazing footage of it. I've debated getting one a bunch of times. but the guy who sells them, really cool. BB Barfly, check them out. There's like 10 different colors. They look sweet. They perform great, and my guess is that compared to pretty much any other production bottle opener out there, Balisong bottle opener, they're probably the most highest quality ones out there. So definitely check out BB Barfly. I'll have a link in the description there as well. So I think that's all the questions there and the answers. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you think this is a good idea, because I'll probably definitely keep continuing it. I think it's a good idea to answer some of these questions that a lot of people have been man, I can't talk today. That a lot of people have been asking me about through PM. So if you send me a PM that I think would benefit to a larger audience, you'll probably see it next month. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you for the next video. So take care. See you later.